Hey there, and welcome to The Explainer. You ever just, stare at your washing machine and wonder what's actually going on in there? Or how your car knows what to do? Well, today, we're going to peek under the hood of some of the most ordinary objects all around us and uncover the incredible tech hidden inside. Let's dive in.
We're kicking things off by chasing a kind of ghost, a hidden intelligence that's secretly powering a ton of our world. It's this secret that's shared by all sorts of devices you'd never guess have anything in common. All right, so let's start with a little puzzle. What could a washing machine possibly share with a modern car? I mean, one washes your socks, the other gets you from A to B. They seem like they're from totally different planets, right?
Well, the list of things that share this secret is probably way longer than you think. We're talking about your TV's set-top box, your home security system, even that vending machine down the hall. They're all running on the exact same hidden blueprint.
And there it is, the big secret. Every single one of those things has the basic guts of a computer inside it. That's the ghost in the machine. Not some giant desktop tower, but a tiny, super efficient brain that's just built to follow instructions. So, what exactly are these components?
Okay, so at the very heart of all this is the central processing unit. You've probably heard it called the CPU. I'm sure you've heard that term thrown around. But let's just think of it as the brain of the whole operation.
But here's the thing. This brain isn't just one single entity. It's more like a super efficient little team of 3 specialists. And each one has a very specific job to do, but they all work together perfectly. So let's meet the team.
First up, you've got the control unit, or the CU. Just think of the CU as the team supervisor. It doesn't do the heavy lifting itself. Instead, it reads the to-do list and tells everyone else what to do and when to do it. It's basically the traffic cop for the whole system.
Next, meet the arithmetic and logic unit, the ALU. This is the team's resident genius, the mathematician. Anytime a number needs to be crunched, or a logical decision needs to be made, like, is this thing bigger than that thing? The ALU is the one that does the work. This is where the real thinking happens.
And finally, we have the registers. The best way to think about these is as the mathematician's personal little scratch pad. It's a tiny bit of super fast memory that's right there on the CPU, and it only holds the data that's being worked on right this second. It's all about speed and having what you need right at your fingertips.
So we've met the team, but how do they all work together? Well, it all boils down to this constant, ridiculously fast 3-step dance that just runs over and over and over again for as long as your device is powered on.
Right, so how does this little team manage to run everything from your car's fuel injection to a washing machine's spin cycle? The answer is this really simple, really elegant, and endlessly repeating process.
It's called the fetch, decode, execute cycle. It goes like this. First, the control unit fetches an instruction from the device's memory. Second, it decodes that instruction to figure out what it's being told to do. And third, it executes it, telling the ALU or some other part what action to take. Fetch, decode, execute. This simple loop happens millions, sometimes billions of times every single second.
But of course, a brain isn't much good without a body, right? The CPU might be the star of the show, but it absolutely needs a support network to get anything done. It needs a memory to pull information from, it needs senses, and it needs a nervous system to connect everything.
And that support system has 3 big parts. You've got the memory, which is like the system's library full of info and instructions. You have input and output devices, think buttons, screens, sensors, which act as its senses and its voice. And then, connecting it all together, you have the system buses, which are just like the body's nervous system.
So let's talk about that nervous system for a second. Information doesn't just magically teleport from one place to another. It has to travel. And it does that by moving along these internal electronic highways that are called buses. And this highway system is really organized. It's split into 3 special lanes. First, there's the address bus. Think of this as a one-way street that only carries the address of where to find data, kind of like a street number. Then there's the data bus, which is a 2-way street that carries the actual information back and forth. And finally, you have the control bus. This is like the traffic lights and road signs, sending commands and timing signals to make sure everything moves in perfect sync.
All right, let's put it all together. We've seen the brain, we've seen the body, we've seen the nervous system. Now it's time to connect all of this back to that washing machine and that car we started with.
And here it is. The CPU, plus the memory, plus the buses that connect them, plus the input and output devices that let it all interact with the real world. This simple formula? This is the fundamental blueprint for almost all modern technology. It's simple, it's powerful, and it is absolutely everywhere.
So let's look at this list one more time. The car, the TV box, the security system, that vending machine, the washer. Suddenly it makes sense, right? The ghost in these machines isn't a mystery anymore. You know the secret that connects every single one of them.
From the most powerful supercomputer to the simplest little smart gadget in your house, it is this exact same elegant architecture that's doing all the work. It's a brain that can fetch, decode, and execute instructions, supported by a memory and a communication network. It's this beautiful, universal pattern. So now that you can see the pattern, now that you have the blueprint for this hidden intelligence, we're going to leave you with one last question to think about. Where else in your daily life are you going to find it? Go ahead, look around. The answer is probably a lot closer than you think. Thanks for joining us.